What is in our home staging emergency bags? How do staff know what furniture to pull off the shelves? And we show you an install from earlier this week. This is Foxy TV, episode 215. Thank you for watching, and thank you to those who have subscribed. We had 63 new subscribers over the last month, but we're definitely still trying to get those numbers up. So if you haven't subscribed, please take all of 2-3 seconds to hit that subscribe button. We're going to start this episode off with the question that came through around how do the staff know which items to pull off the shelves. We have thousands of pieces of furniture, and when the team are loading a truck, they're just given a list with items listed out. So how do they know which items to pull and put onto the truck? Let's head to the warehouse to get Jake's answer to this question.
I think it's one of those things that can evolve depending on what level of business you're at. Where we're at now and what we need is different than where we were at the start. So when we began owning our own furniture, we named everything. We had a kind of database that tracked, it had a list of everything, and then we put all the installs. I'm doing this because in my head I'm picturing the Excel sheet. Each column was for a different job, and we noted where each piece of furniture was. The way that we managed to get everything, Phoebe would write a list. I don't have one handy to show you, but we might get one up. We have a list that Phoebe writes of all the furniture, and then it basically came down to the guys on the truck knowing the names of things. So at every stage from when we started until now, there's been somebody who knows the names of most of the furniture. We never expect somebody to know all of it. At the beginning, it was Phoebe, as she was writing the list, she might help point it out to the guys. When I kind of came in, because I was doing the inventory database anyway, I knew the names of most of the furniture. I was able to go off the list, tick things off and get it off the shelf. Since then, the first couple of years to now, we got 3 trucks, we got a bigger warehouse, we got a lot more stuff. Bedsides, as you mentioned, things like rugs, dining chairs, floor lamps, we own a lot of those things. So knowing the names of everything, I still know a lot of it, which helps. The guys who've been here the longest still know a lot of the names. We're at the point, we kind of reached a tipping point where whenever somebody new came into the team, the learning curve was very steep. When we were just running one truck in a small warehouse, you could learn the names of everything quite quickly. Now it's, there's a lot of stuff to know. Now what we do is we still expect them to learn over time. Ideally, we ask them, and we do different training and we have different ways of getting them to learn the names, but we ask everybody to know about 75%-ish of everything that we own here, because then you can process of elimination, figure it out. What we also do is we have pictures. We have a system where we have the pictures of everything that we own so we can look it up if we need to. And I think that's probably, if you're starting and you're expecting your guys to automatically know the names of stuff, you're not going to get around it unless either somebody on the truck knows the names or you have some sort of searchable database of furniture. Quick location change. One of the trucks just got back to reload, so we were right in the way and it was a bit noisy. I mentioned before that we have a system where we have or a database, I guess, of pictures. So we use an app called Trello for that, free app, and that's worked quite well in terms of having you can search for the name of a bit of furniture and you can attach pictures there. We are currently in the process of having some custom software built for us, for the business specifically to meet what we want. I know there's some options out there if people are a bit smaller or don't want to invest the funds into something like that. You can kind of use those other tools that'll get you most of the way there, but we are now at a scale where we wanted to invest in something that was built directly for us, and what that's going to do is it makes everything very searchable. The pictures are in there for everything that we own, and it's quick and easy to identify what the bits of furniture are. So I can look at a list that Phoebe's written and go, she's got 3 different bedsides, she knows the names that she wants and have written them down. I can come here and I've got the picture in front of me and I can pick what I need.
There you have it. I hope that answered your question. On to the next one, and that is, what are our emergency bags and what is in them?
Essentially, every truck has one, and it's a bag of the sorts of things that if we're going to miss it or forget something or something is going to break or get left behind, what are the things that we might need on site without having to go and fix it? So for instance, there's light bulbs that sometimes we get on site and the girls open up their install bucket, and because we didn't check or something, somebody borrowed some, there's no light bulbs, so there's always some available. There's also things like fitted sheets of one of each size, just in case we get to a pack up and it doesn't have something or something's ruined. Towels, because that's one of those things, often we miss a bathroom or an ensuite or something and we need something extra. So it's basically the things that we might need at an install that get forgotten the most, and it's all about making sure that we don't have to, or there's a quick solution basically, so we don't have to come back to the warehouse, we don't have to send somebody else out to go and fix it. The problem can get solved then and there.
To wrap up the episode, we had some footage from an install to show you. Sean took the footage, went out to an install in Indooroopilly on the west side of Brisbane, where Georgia was lead stylist.
How did you go today with your install?
Really well. It looks really good. It was just this one room that's an extra long living room that we had to change around a couple times just to get it to look right. Nice. We rejected the ETU and TV, make it a formal living with a console down the end. Nice. And it fits the shape of the room better.
Thank you for watching this week's Foxy TV, especially if you made it this far. A big shout out. Really appreciate it. If you have something you would like to see in a future episode, leave a comment or send us a message and we definitely will see what we can do. Otherwise, see you back here next week.